Hi, a Wave original brought to you by Lululemon. I'm your host, Kylie Kelce. I have 4 daughters, ages 5 and under. I have a husband that played in the NFL, and I've been waiting 2 months to say these words, so please listen carefully. We back! That's right, I'm officially back from maternity leave. I am unsure whether or not my eyes are open right now, and we're going to find out if I can still form a sentence. We're in this together, okay? Coming up on today's episode, I have a lot to catch you guys up on from the past 8 weeks, so I'm going to get honest about life as a family of 6. That still sounds fucking crazy. In a brand new edition of Can I Be Honest? And then I'm going to be joined by a punk rock icon right from her tour bus, the sensation behind hits like Complicated and Skater Boy, and someone I have no business speaking to. Avril Lavigne. But before I get to any of that, it's been a while since I put out an episode, so I thought I'd quickly run through some ground rules I just made up as a little refresher on what we do around here. Rule number 1. This goes for this podcast, and it also just goes for my life in general. If you fuck around, you will, in fact, find out. Yes, it's very simple. You fuck around, you find out. Your actions, words, whatever you want to say, have consequences. You know we're learning that in our house. I got a 5, a 4, and a 2-year-old that have enough sass for a whole high school. Okay? Fuck around, find out. So simple. Rule number 2. These episodes are 45 minutes long, except for special occasions when Queen Emma asks me several times, and I gotta respect the hustle. That's so fucking bullshit. Queen Emma tried to sneak that one in here. There's a reason we put out bonus clips on More Shit Monday. I know that we record for longer than 45 minutes, and I know there's great content in some of the stuff that we can't squeeze into the 45-minute limit. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm sticking to it. Note from the desk of Queen Emma. Oh boy. Hey girl. Nope, you're done. While we're here, thoughts on going to 60 Minutes today? No worries if not, but also there's a lot to talk about, and it's Avril. Also unrelated, but what if I bring back... Oh. Here she goes with bribery. But what if I bring over a Wegmans chocolate cake? You're the real queen. Okay. TTYL, chica. No. Anyway, rule number 3. Swear to your heart's content. That's right. Just drop the F-bomb for funsies. I love it so much. And honestly, it helps you put emphasis on the words coming out of your mouth. Now, I realize that not everyone loves this rule. We've got some comments here from a few disgruntled listeners. Someone commented, so, period, much, period, swearing, period. I understand she loves the F word, but wow. I understand that cursing is not for everyone. I really do understand that. But it's the way I speak. There are certain times where I turn it off. This podcast is not one of them. The next comment says, she does absolutely does. Not correct. Try again. Too much. T-O. Also incorrect. You need an extra O there, just to be clear. The point you were trying to make is that I'm too much, an excess. T-O-O. Small thing. Cursing on her podcast. Ooh, you got that one right. It's her podcast. Interesting. That's so interesting. That's just uncalled for. A woman. Excuse me? That's just uncalled for. A woman. So if a man were doing it, it'd be okay to throw the F-bomb. Wow, no respect for others. Shame. Actually, I try to put an emphasis on how we should care about others. But you came in here with this bullshit, and you know what? We're going to have to revert back to rule 1. You fucked around. You're about to find out. Oh, we can't use any of this. Rule number 4. This is not going to lie. So you guessed it. No lies are permitted. I am always going to be honest with you. If I cannot say something and be honest about it, I just won't say it. And that's it for Not Gonna Lie Ground Rules. I'm sure my mom brain missed something. Let us know in the comments or at NGL with Kylie, and I'll probably read them at 2 a.m. tonight when I'm feeding Finn. And speaking of Finn, I'd like to take a few minutes to catch you guys up on my life as a mother of 4 children. Oh God, that's right, 4. This is Can I Be Honest About My Maternity Leave? First of all, I just want to get ahead of something. Maternity leave is not a break or a vacation. That is a crazy concept. Do you think I was just kicking up my feet and laying in the sun out by the pool and chilling without a care in the world? Because you'd be wrong. I birthed a child who prefers contact naps. That's right. I got another Wyatt sleeper. We love that. I have been attached to the tiny human for the last 8 weeks. My arm, specifically my right arm, is permanently in this position, claw included, this position. I am going to have the sickest bicep on the side. It's just raging. We've been attached. Maternity leave for me is figuring out how to do things one-handed again. That is a skill that you have to master. We have graduated to having her wrapped onto me for, no exaggeration, probably anywhere from 3 to 5 hours of the day collectively, which is interesting. I will say, since it is my 4th child, I am really doing my best to soak in all of the baby, like her cute little like coos and noises. I will say it's almost as bad as Googling on your 4th kid when you start scrolling back in your camera roll to see what your other children were doing at this age. It's a bad idea. It's not a good idea. And I would like to stop doing it, but I can't. And in case you were wondering, I am still Googling things because that doesn't stop either. It's similar to when people say to me, well, you have 4 kids. What's your advice? No, I don't have any advice. I actually still have no idea what I'm doing. If I had to describe the change going from 3 kids to 4 kids in 2 words or less, holy shit, it's not terrible. Let's go with not terrible. That sounds better. Not terrible. Those are my 2 words. If you ask me on a day where she does a 2-hour stretch night, I could do it in 1 word, and that word would be fuck. We're winging it. We are absolutely winging it. There's a lot of, can you bring that to me instead of me having to come to you? Because once we're stationary, it's so much easier to be stationary. I will also sit on the floor a lot. That's very helpful because it gives the other girls an opportunity to come and sit with me to get closer to Finn in a safe way because, wow, they are very interested in what she's doing. And Benny is the only one who's not interested in what she's doing and likes to pretend like she's not there. It's a fun little game we're playing today. Just today, I put Finn down on the floor to change her diaper. And for some reason, Benny stood up and ran straight at me full speed. And I had to put my hand out. Of course, I was ready for it. We've done this a couple times now. And that's part of the reason why we're stuck here. That's because if I put her down, I can't guarantee safety the way I can if she is elevated out of reach of Bennett. So Wyatt and Ellie have been super helpful. They will go and get me diapers. They want to talk to her. She very much locks in on their faces and is distracted from an upset moment by their voices and by how close they get, which is, I mean, one of the cutest things you've ever seen in your whole life. And it's very sweet to see them mirror what you do with the baby. So they will come over and mirror how I talk to her. They ask her questions. They make the oohs and the ahs so that she can sort of mimic the mouth movements, or at least we pretend she does. I mean, guys, she's 7 weeks old. We're eat, sleep, poop, cry. That's it. That's what we got. That's her 4 activities. Finn is every single day changing her look. I can't necessarily say that she still looks as aggressively like Jason. But the Kelce genes are strong, guys. I made Kelce women. I don't know. There's very little McDevitt gene coming through. And that's okay, because it turns out my husband makes very cute girls. But I would like just a little credit. Just a little credit when you look at them. Just like, maybe she did build them. I'm not going to get it. It's fine. And that does it for Can I Be Honest About Maternity Leave? Next up, the debut of a brand new segment we're calling Places Kylie Has Some Business Being. Most of the time, I have absolutely no business being in the places I go. It really is astonishing the number of places I've been that I cannot figure the fuck out why I was there or how I ended up there, but it was pretty cool. But occasionally, I can admit I attend events that I do belong at. For example, sometimes I go to events for the organization I work with. I definitely belong there. Last week, all 6 of us Kelces, good God, every time I say it, went to the Eagles Autism Challenge. It was our first official outing of a party of 6, except for brunch on Mother's Day. That was the other time. I was like, I know that we've left the house, everybody. I know I packed up the car and everybody went, but when was it? It was Mother's Day brunch. That's the only other time we've left the house as a party of 6. This year's event raised over $10 million. That one event, $10 million for the Eagles Autism Foundation. There was a video going around from the event that the Eagles shared with the caption, Bennett Kelce's second meeting with Swoop went a lot better than last time. Queen Emma rolled the clip. So she's checking out Swoop, and she finally gives him a wave, which is a big deal. What I will say is, and you can witness it throughout that entire video, she's my most suspicious child. She's suspicious of everyone and everything, and she will side-eye you, and she will eventually soften. But she's going to give you the side-eye first, probably a little bit of a squint, like a, and then decides whether or not you're cool. I will say, this is a perfect time. Eagles Autism Challenge for this year is over, but you know what's coming? That's right. Shorebirds. It's year 5 of guest bartending for Jason, and a number of his teammates, both current Eagles players and former Eagles players, will be guest bartending. Every so often, we end up with some other NFL players who are local to the Jersey Shore. This year, we may or may not be putting the ask out to some other people. We never guarantee anything because I don't like to let people down. So you just got to show up to see who comes. And that's kind of fun. Moving on.
10 years ago, Lululemon made a yoga type. They called it a line, and we've been stretching ourselves in it ever since.
On. I've mentioned it before. Doom scrolling takes on a life of its own during the newborn phase because I need something to do while Finn is eating. You know, she's here, I'm here, and I occasionally will look down, but homegirl is usually half asleep. I'm not kidding. One eye open. And sometimes not even that while she's eating. And so I don't need all the people in here like, that's the bonding time. You should be talking. We're fine. Thank you. For this week's Doom Scroll of the Week, I most recently dusted off the old reading portion of my brain at 3 a.m. and found my way to an article from The Guardian titled, Cringe, How Millennials Became Uncool. Yikes. And it basically just explains all the ways Gen Z likes to make fun of millennials. So let's find out exactly how cringe I am. Number 1, low socks. I absolutely do this. I don't want to see my socks. I don't want to see them. They are low riding socks. Number 2, skinny jeans or mom jeans. To be clear, any jeans I put on are mom jeans. So you can kiss my ass on that one. I do wear skinny jeans. I will say this. I haven't worn skinny jeans in a minute, but they're definitely still in my closet. So I'm waiting for the moment they come back. And I hate to break it to you, they are, because I've seen some influencers wearing them. So, take that. And on another note about jeans, I would just like to share that Queen Emma once told me about a postpartum jean hack that I don't know why it never crossed my mind, but on my 4th child, I've taken advantage of it. Don't put your maternity jeans away, ladies. Keep them out for as long as you need them after you push that baby out. Because I was at a shoot, specifically for Not Gonna Lie, and I had just started having to hair tie my pants closed to still be able to fit in my jeans. And Emma said, that's weird. I'm however many months postpartum she was. It wasn't that many. It really wasn't. Don't make that face, Emma. Queen Emma said, look, I still have my maternity jeans on, and I had a baby a couple months ago. And I ran with that. I have worn my maternity jeans recently in the past couple weeks, and I will continue to do it until I can button back up my old jeans. Also, side note, not that we're not already on a hell of a rant here, just buy bigger pants. Number 3, a love for avocado toast. Apparently Gen Z's green grub of choice is matcha. I like matcha too, but avocado toast is banging, okay? Healthy fats, guys. You can't crush on us for healthy fats. Number 4, excessive use of the crying laughing emoji. Oh no. I just texted someone back last night. Maybe 6 of them. That was it. That was the whole answer. Shit. It says, for a Zoomer, the skull emoji indicates humor. I'm not dead, okay? I'm not dead yet. And I am laughing with tears in my eyes. And you know what I like to do? Not lie and be accurate. So kick rocks. Number 5, taking selfies using the front phone camera. I'm going to read you the description given so that the people, my fellow millennials, can know what the heck they're talking about. Gen Z favors the back camera and volume button, using the 0.5 lens option to create a wide-angled picture with the snapper's giant distorted arm protruding from the bottom of the frame. Also, if there are any millennials that have Gen Zers in their life that will come up to them and put their phone very close to either above their head or near their forehead, they're 0.5ing you. Okay? Don't let them do that. Don't let them get that close. Okay? Keep them at arm's length. Don't let them get that close to you. They're trying to 0.5 you. Do you know what it looks like when you get 0.5 from that angle? Ridiculous. To summarize this segment, I'm 5 for 5 on cringe. So, yikes. Okay, that's it for Doom Scroll of the Week. Avril Lavigne is coming up right after this message from a Philadelphia mom about Lululemon. As you can see, I'm back from maternity leave and Lululemon is back as a sponsor. That's why I'm wearing my Lululemon. No, that's not why. Let's be real. I wear Lululemon almost every day because, are you kidding me? It's just so comfy. And also, they have this new color. It's in the band here, and then it's also on my sports bra. Guys, it's the most delicious blue you've ever seen. God, they nailed it. I'm so glad Lululemon is back because I'm always looking for an excuse to talk about my love for their Aligns. And they have a new Align, the Align No Line Pants, which are the famously soft, iconic Align pants now with no front seam for a smoother look and feel. Lululemon's Align No Line Pants are extremely versatile. You can wear them anywhere. I'm talking school drop-off. A line, no lines. Grocery store. A line, no lines. Backyard. A line, no lines. Yoga. A line, no lines. The zoo. A line, no lines. The library. A line, no lines. That's it. That's all I've got. That's all the places I know, apparently. Shop the new Align No Line pant at lululemon.com. It's the summer of Align No Line.
10 years ago, Lululemon made a yoga type. They called it Align, and we've been stretching ourselves in it ever since.
She's the 8-time Grammy-nominated, Diamond-certified rock star behind such all-time bangers as Complicated, Girlfriend, and Skater Boy. She's a punk rock trailblazer and the sole reason I went to buy myself Vans in middle school. And now I'm talking to her from her greatest hits tour bus. Avril Lavigne, welcome to Not Gonna Lie.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. It's good to meet you.
No, thank you. Like I said in your intro, I legitimately went to the store to buy Vans because I was like, I don't think I'm edgy or cool enough to do any of the other trends you were doing at the time. But I was like, I feel like I can commit to a black pair of Vans.
Classic
That was as
staple.
edgy as, that's it. It was as edgy as I could get. I was like such a dweeb that I was like, I think this is as far as I can go and pull it off.
Did
And
you
I
ever,
don't even know if I was pulling it off.
I'm sure you did. Did you? You're athletic. Did you ever skateboard?
No, I tried a couple times
Yeah.
at my friend's house and nearly ate shit. So
Yeah.
I said that, enough of that.
That's the thing about skateboarding. Like when you eat shit, you eat shit.
Yes.
You go down hard.
When it goes right out from under you and like shoots very far down the street,
Yeah.
it also adds insult to injury that you usually end up chasing it. So like not only did you just land on your ass, you now have to run after it. You have to get up fast enough to run after it, you know?
I remember like skateboarding like opposite of at the grocery store by my high school, opposite of like 5 stairs. The board like landing vertically in between my legs and just like limping back to high school. I was like, that's the last time I tried to go upstairs.
It'll humble you real quick. Now, it wasn't just me copying your style. So many girls were dyeing streaks of their hair pink, wearing the spiked bracelets and neckties, but no one could pull it off like you. Can you explain why you are the only one that I've ever seen that can truly pull off a necktie? Like it looks like you were meant to wear it.
I don't know why I was doing it. Like I took a bunch of my dad's ties and I threw them on and I wore it in the video and it kind of just, I sort of do that. Like if I do one thing style wise, like I kind of keep wearing it over and over. I don't know. I wasn't really thinking about it. It was strange because like that was my introduction into the spotlight. And so like a lot of people were talking about it, but what was cool was my first show, I played like this like little show, the Roxy in Canada, in Vancouver. And like I was in my dressing room and I looked down the back alley and there was like a lineup of fans and they were all wearing neckties. And I was like, wait, this is so crazy. Cause like you don't really think of anything like that happening, but everyone came dressed to the shows. They had like the stick straight hair and black eyes and the necktie and the spike bracelet. I was like, this is gnarly.
Is there anything from your wardrobe that you've considered bringing back from way back when?
Well, I actually did for the Greatest Hits album shoot, which that record just came out like last year. I got the Complicated music video tank top and tie out from storage and the Skater Boy green t-shirt and striped tie. And I put those back on 22 years later for that photo shoot. So and they fit. So I was a little worried.
That's incredible.
And they're still in really good
Incredible.
condition. So, I brought those back out and wore those again for the photo shoot. I thought about like on the Greatest Hits tour, like maybe like bringing the tie back out on stage for to wear, and then I was like, no, I can't do it yet. I can do that.
Maybe it'll come back around.
That'd be a really special moment. Yeah.
Speaking of your style, I've talked about on the show before, I always do my makeup literally right before we turn the camera off, hit record. I read that you're the same way, that you do your own makeup.
I do. I'm really impatient. I have a really hard time like sitting still. Sometimes like I get people do my hair and makeup, but a lot of the time I kind of just like take over and get in there to make it faster. Like today, like I like curled the front of my hair and then I had somebody else help, but like I'll get it and like I'm lining the eyes, doing it all. I can do a black smoky eye look in 2 minutes.
It's well practiced at this point.
Like I could do it in the dark on a moving tour bus. You know, it's always when we're backstage and on the go, we're always kind of doing hair and makeup in like weird rooms, backstage dressing room, a moving bus. So I could, I like to do my makeup like super fast and in the dark.
Now, on a day that you might not have a show, are you still doing a smoky eye, or is it downtime so you're not doing any makeup?
I'd say probably like a year ago, I was like, kind of started just getting into the no makeup look.
Yes.
The like more just like a mascara and a lip gloss. But like on those days, I do like to just take like a black eyeliner and maybe just at least go underneath and like smudge it so there's something. But I like, if I had to choose one item of makeup, it would be mascara at this point probably.
Do you have a holy grail? I'm always intrigued by this because I have one that I've used since high school.
So the eyeliner, my holy grail is the MAC Smolder. Like I can't. Like
that's such a perfect name for the look that you're pulling off with it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's easy to remember.
It has, and it's like it hasn't changed. I've literally used it my whole life. So
if it ain't broke, don't fix
I've been
it.
Wearing makeup.
That's perfect.
Yeah. What are you what mascara do you use?
The CoverGirl Orange Tube Lash Blast. It's I refuse to use any other ones. I'm just gonna keep rolling with it until they discontinue it.
What's your makeup routine? Like, are you foundation,
No.
eyebrows?
Usually I fill in the front of my eyebrows, put on some mascara and slap on some chapstick. That's like that would be like I actually need to like see other people. Mm-hmm. Other than, and then I'll do like bare minerals if I need like some blurring, some bronzer, and that's really an elevated look. I'm terrible at makeup. I really should let someone else do it, honestly.
Yeah.
So you just kicked off the latest leg of your Greatest Hits tour. That's what you're currently on. You've got some huge shows coming up at MSG and Hershey Park. I was born and raised in Philadelphia, and we luckily settled here. How punk rock is Philadelphia?
Well, I would say like I'm kind of repping right now with the hair.
I did notice the green.
So what's like, tell me a little bit about Philadelphia. Like, are there like, I'm assuming there's like a lot of like pubs and beer drinkers, right?
Yes, my husband being one of them.
Oh my God.
So I saw that you just signed a fan's tattoo portrait of you. What's the weirdest thing you've ever signed?
Probably like
body parts.
A boob. Now that I think of it, I was probably underage too. I think, I've had a lot of meet and greets where the fans come to the meet and greet with like a huge tattoo, and then they ask me to sign their arm or to draw this skater boy star on them for a tattoo. And then the other night, opening night, there was a fan front row with a giant sign saying, I have a huge portrait of you on my leg. Will you sign my leg so I can get a tattoo? So I was like, hell yeah. I mean, if you're that committed, get on up here.
It's after Memorial Day, which in my book officially means it's summer. And this is always the busiest time of year for us, with trips to the shore, vacations, camps, field hockey. The list is endless. But luckily, I rarely have to think about what I'm wearing to all of those things, because just about every time, it's my Lululemon high-rise Aligns. That's right. Any of the lengths. 28, 25, any of them. The Align high-rise pant launched 10 years ago. I'm pretty sure that I still have my 10-year-old Aligns. That's because they never lose their shape. That's what I love about them. I wear them when I'm not pregnant, when I am pregnant, and then postpartum, they go right back to their shape. They never lose it. The Lululemon Align collection also includes shorts, tanks, bras, skirts, and dresses that'll have you set for any occasion this summer. And it's all in that wonderful Align soft, buttery fabric. Oh, I love that. Shop the Align collection right now at lululemon.com. It's the summer of Align.
10 years ago, Lululemon made a yoga type. They called it Align, and we've been stretching ourselves in it ever since.
You have so many hit songs. Which one is your favorite one to perform live now?
Yes, there's a lot of singles.
Is it like picking your favorite child?
Yeah. There's a lot of singles, a lot of hits. I love Girlfriend. It's like up-tempo. It's really fun to open with. I love closing the show right now without being in a new album cycle because I'm just playing all the older songs. Like I love closing with Skater Boy or opening with Skater Boy. But then I love the ballad moment, Head Above Water and I'm With You, which are more like emotional songs. And then and then I just put out a brand new song, Young and Dumb. So that's just like a fun, like little pop punk song with Simple Plan, because they're out here on the tour with me. And they toured with me last year on the last leg of the Greatest Hits tour. And I was like, why do we not have a song out together? Because they come up and they perform with me every night on stage. So we just like a month, like last minute before we did this tour, I was like, guys, let's just write a song and throw it out, get it out there for the fans before we do this tour. So we went in the studio, wrote Young and Dumb, released it like a week ago, and now we're playing it live. And they get out on the road with me in a couple days. This tour around, I wanted to do some different stuff. So I have like some cover songs, and I've released a few other songs this year with some other musical artists, like Nate Smith. He's a country artist. Do you like country music?
I dabble, but only because my husband is far more eclectic in what he listens to.
He seems really funny.
He's a great time.
I saw a clip of him at I don't know, I pulled up. I think I reposted it. I thought it was so funny. It was kind of random for me to repost it, but I posted it on my Instagram story. But at one of the games, he was drinking. I think it was after his game. He was drinking in the stands, beer and partying.
Yeah, that tracks.
It went viral.
It all tracks. There's one picture in particular that people love now. He has both hands up, beer in his hand, a hat on, and no shirt. And he was in Buffalo watching a game that his brother was playing in.
That's the one I saw.
Yes.
And I actually it randomly popped up in my feed, and I reposted it to Instagram story. And I was like,
yes,
this is hilarious.
He marches to the beat of his own drum, and it's so much fun to watch because you never really know what's going to happen.
So he likes beer and country music.
Yes.
So back to the country music. You probably wouldn't pin me as this kind of a person, but I drive an F-150 and I love country music. I grew up singing in the fairs, country music. And then I recently recorded a song with Nate Smith. He's this really great new country artist. He's just blowing up. He has incredible songs. So I started performing our new song together, Died from a Broken Heart, during this set here. I have a song with Billy Idol called 77 that just came out, so we're playing that. And then I covered Pink Pony, Soap, and, with the second round of the tour, switched up a little bit. So we've been stripping it down, doing some like acoustic stuff and like brand new songs this time around.
We love to speak things into existence on this show. So if you want to put out into the universe, if you could sing a duet with anyone, who would it be?
It would be cool to go back to do a song with Shania Twain. Because...
Just do a full circle?
Yes. Because I guess you know the story. When I was like 14, before I even had a record deal, in Canada, I won a contest to sing on stage with Shania during her tour, her huge tour. And I don't know how that happened. My dad like came home from work and he heard it on the radio. So we sent in a tape of me singing. I won. And I met her when I was 14 and got up on stage with her. And that was like so cool. And then we've kept in touch over the years.
Now, getting up on stage at 14 with Shania Twain, how did you handle that in the moment? Do you remember like being nervous? Do you remember like anything about it? Or did you completely black out? Because I feel like in that moment, that high level of excitement, I truly think I would black out and forget everything.
It was like I did, but I didn't. It was like...
Out of body?
All this adrenaline. It was like I was freaking out, but not. It was like I was in a different dimension. It was like a dream-like state where I walked out on stage and it was just this like packed arena. And I was so young, 14, and thinking, I really want to do this. Like, because this, I don't know, it was just in my body. I was just like, oh, I really want to do this. Like, I hope I get to do this. And then, like, I sang with her, and I think it was like, am I singing the right words? I don't know. I hope it's coming out. And I think it was like, for a 14-year-old, like, looking back, I think it was like easy and natural. I think I just did it. It happened. And, but I remember how I felt. And like, I was like, this is just such a dream. And like, I hope that I get to do this one day. And then like 3 years later, I sold out that arena. It was my first tour.
So maybe that moment as a 14-year-old sort of fed the beast of like, now I need to get back here and do it myself.
Yeah, and I just think I can't believe I did that. Like, I was from a small town in Canada, 5,000 people, Napanee, Ontario. I had no connections. I didn't have an in or, like, know anyone in the industry. It was, like, after that, like, that was, like, helpful because, like, it put me in all the little papers.
When you won Best New Artist at the VMAs, Complicated and Skater Boy were playing on every radio station. Can we just start out by talking about the spelling of Skater Boy?
Yeah.
Absolute genius.
Thanks.
Was it your idea to spell it that way? And yeah. I will preface this with, I truly, like, still to this day, I've listened to songs for years and years and years, and I will occasionally try to search them on Spotify. This is one of the only songs, because, you know, artists will mix up the spelling of their songs, or it comes like almost down to the details of like using lowercase or capital. Like, it really, people get very into it. Skater Boy is one of the only ones where I'm like, I know how to spell. I'm confident. Every time I type that into the search bar, I'm like, I know I'm going to nail this. How did you come up with that spelling?
I don't know. I was just like, kind of, that's how I spelt some stuff, was just like doodles.
Amazing.
Like dotting the I's with stars, I's with X's. Like sometimes A's would be like that star, like the Skater Boy star. On the first album, the title, like on the picture, Let Go, and my name is like my writing. And then I hand wrote out all the lyrics inside the CD booklet. And so they just like took my stars and stuff too, and we put it on like the merch, and it just became a thing.
That's such a great personal touch through and through.
Skater Boy star.
That's amazing. How does it feel now when singers like Billie Eilish or Olivia Rodrigo talk about you being an inspiration to them?
Yeah, that was really cool. Like I got to a point where I'd been around long enough and there was these like up and coming artists that were like younger, like Billie and Olivia, and they were talking about me in their interviews and, had mentioned that I was like an inspiration to them, and that felt really cool. And I love that. Like it's a giant compliment. And then with both of those girls, I was able to meet them, hang out with them, spend some time with them. Olivia had me jump up on stage with her and sing Complicated, and it was awesome. And also, like, they're both really cool and like independent and like have like strong messages too. And I think two very powerful women in the industry. So it's really cool to see.
Now, since you're on Not Gonna Lie, we like to play a game on here called Is It True? Where every question starts with a Is it true? Followed by something we read prepping for this episode. And you tell me if it is in fact true, and please feel free to provide a background. Is it true that you got banned from TRL in 2004?
Yeah. I got banned from TRL.
What happened?
I flipped the bird on live television. I was like answering my question and I just went like that. And then I got in so much trouble. And my manager was like, they're not letting you back on TRL again because you flipped the bird and cursed on live television. I was like, oh, bummer.
Oh, be cooler, people. Come on. We love that around here, by the way. Is it true that there's a Skater Boy movie in the works?
It is true.
Oh,
there is a
very
Skater Boy
exciting.
movie in the works. Yes. I've been working on it for a while, and we're in the process of that, and it's very exciting, and currently putting that all together right now. It's something I'm really looking forward to.
Oh, I can't wait. Is it true that you eventually want to put out a Christmas album?
Putting out a Christmas album is on my bucket list. I have been talking about it for so long. Yes, I absolutely want to make a Christmas record.
I will say that we already have Kelly Clarkson on board, but my husband for the last 3 years has put out a Christmas album with some other Eagles players, some of his former teammates. And they do it for charity. So if you want one foot in the door, I know a guy. Just saying.
Okay.
Is it true that one time a fan gave you a wedding dress?
It's true. I flew into Korea and there was like hundreds of fans at the airport, and I ran and got thrown into my van. And they tossed in all these gifts, one being a wedding dress, one being a live rabbit.
Oh.
I was sitting in the van, like we were like driving to the hotel, and I was like, oh, I guess I'll open this. And it was like, I was like, it was a bunny.
What did you do with the money?
Someone from the label took it and dealt with it.
Okay.
I don't know, they were like, we'll take care of it and get it somewhere safe.
That's such a wide range.
And then I got to the hotel room and opened up the rest of the gifts, and I was like, this is a wedding dress. And that was an interesting one.
I cannot thank you enough for coming on to talk to me today. Like I said before, huge fan for a very long time now. And I am so excited that you are touring with the greatest hits, because those are the things that I started my love of you with. So I am excited to hear that you're headed to Hershey Park, because that's not far off from us. And I wish you all the best on the rest of your tour.
Well, thank you so much. And thank you for having me. It was good to meet you and to hang out today and to chit chat.
I can't believe you're going to be on stage in 6 hours. Good luck tonight.
I'm on stage in 5 hours. Woo!
Thank you so much again to Avril Lavigne for joining me today. You can buy tickets to her Greatest Hits tour right now. She's also playing Bonnaroo the Vans Warped Tour in Washington, D.C., and the When We Were Young Festival later this year. You can find even more clips from our longer conversation on my YouTube channel on More Shit Monday. And that's a wrap on another episode of Not Gonna Lie.
Taylor Swift is staying in Florida with Travis Kelce to show her support while he's training for the upcoming NFL season. The pop superstar is in Miami to support and spend time with the Kansas City Chiefs tight end. A Kelce source tells People exclusively the Lovebirds, who have been dating since the summer of 2023, were spotted on a dinner date at Harry's Bar and Restaurant in West Palm Beach, Florida, on Friday, May 23. Travis was working on Friday before his dinner date with Taylor, says the source. He left early to go meet her. In a snapshot posted by professional boxer and MMA fighter Jose Andres Cortez, the couple, both 35, were pictured sitting side by side in a cozy booth at the dimly lit restaurant. A second photo shared of the Fortnite singer and the Super Bowl champs evening, shared by musician Mark Morrison, showed Swift smiling during the pair's romantic date night out. Travis still seems very happy with Taylor, the source adds. Travis and Jason's mom, Donna Kelce, showed her support for the couple's date night by liking an Instagram post from a fan account that reposted about the dinner outing. Meanwhile, Travis has been enjoying some downtime with dad Ed Kelce as the pair stepped out for some furniture shopping over the holiday weekend. The father-son duo were spotted soaking up the sunny weather in Boca Raton while heading out to a restoration hardware outlet. Travis opted for a laid-back look in a white t-shirt and colorful shorts for the outing, completing his look with a red baseball cap and white sneakers. Ed, meanwhile, sported a straw hat and a t-shirt with a nod to their hometown of Cleveland. Ed and Travis left the furniture store in a swanky emerald green Rolls Royce. Outside of Travis training, the A-list couple have both been enjoying some downtime as of late, a source recently told People. They have been traveling non-stop and very much enjoy it, the insider told People of the pair in April. They are making the most of their time off together. They are hanging out with friends, too. It's a special time for them. At the time, the source also said that the stars were very serious and in sync, adding, they value the same things. Right now, the focus is very much on private time out of the spotlight. Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce relocated Boca Raton, Florida, this offseason in order to focus on his training. In between workouts, Kelce hunkered down at a $20 million waterfront home at the Royal Palm Yacht and Country Club. While fans wondered if his girlfriend, Taylor Swift, joined him in Florida, they got their answer last weekend. Swift and the 10 Pro Bowler were spotted enjoying dinner together at Harry's Bar and Restaurant in West Palm Beach. A source told People magazine that the pop star is staying in Miami to support and spend time as Kelce prepares for the 2025 NFL season. For a portion of the offseason, Travis Kelce's playing future was in question. Would the Kansas City Chiefs tight end begin his countdown to Canton and retire, or was he headed back for year 13? He chose the latter, but according to his quarterback, Kelce doesn't look like player heading into the sunset of his career. If it's the last ride, you would never know, Patrick Mahomes told reporters Wednesday at organized team activities. The way he's talking about football. The way he's talking about working and trying to be even better this year than he was last year. He doesn't seem like a guy like it's his last ride, like he's tired of the job. Mahomes' assessment falls right in line with Kelce's explanation of why he decided to return to play in 2025. I think the biggest thing is that I love playing the game of football, Kelce said in March. I love playing. I still feel like I can play it at a high level and possibly at a higher level than I did last year. I don't think it was my best outing. In the grand scheme of the gridiron, Kelce has zero to prove. His resume boasts 3 Super Bowl wins, 4 All-Pro selections and 10 Pro Bowl nods with his 1,004 receptions, 3rd all-time among TEs, 12,151 receiving yards, 3rd, and 77 touchdown catches, 5th, all among the best ever at his position. However, it's clear he's seeking what most of the greats do, going out on the right note. Kelce had 97 catches for 823 yards and 3 TDs in 2024. Those numbers are pretty solid if you're most TEs, but the yards and scores were career lows outside of his one-game rookie campaign. And then there was the Chiefs' bid for a Super Bowl three-peat getting dashed by a dominant Philadelphia Eagles triumph. So, it would seem the 35-year-old Kelce is a motivated veteran at OTAs. He's in here, Mahomes said. He's working. I know his body feels good. I think he feels better than even last year before going into last season. I think he's motivated to go out there and have an even better year than he had this last. Dominant loss, many believed it could be the end of the team's dominating era. More news, Cowboys' Brian Schottenheimer makes head-scratching claim on Dak Prescott. One of the biggest reasons the Chiefs' dynasty was questioned was due to star tight end Travis Kelce hinting at retiring following the conclusion of the 2024 season. Despite reports indicating that Kelce would hang up his cleats, he announced that he would return for at least one more season. Now, a new update and hint at his future comes by way of Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes was speaking to reporters when he was asked about Kelce staying in the NFL. His answer hinted at the tight end continuing, even past the 2025 season. Chiefs beat reporter Charles Goldman posted a response from Mahomes on Kelce's future via X, which states, Chiefs QB Patrick Mahomes on Travis Kelce, if it's the last ride, you'd never know, the way he's working, it doesn't seem like a guy who is tired of the job. Though Mahomes did not outright state that Kelce would play past this season, this is a clear indication that the pair might be playing with one another beyond the 2025 season. One of the biggest reasons the Chiefs' dynasty was questioned was due to star tight end Travis Kelce hinting at retiring following the conclusion of the 2024 season. Despite reports indicating that Kelce would hang up his cleats, he announced that he would return for at least one more season. Now, a new update and hint at his future comes by way of Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes was speaking to reporters when he was asked about Kelce staying in the NFL. His answer hinted at the tight end continuing, even past the 2025 season. Chiefs beat reporter Charles Goldman posted a response from Mahomes on Kelce's future via X, which states, Chiefs QB Patrick Mahomes on Travis Kelce, if it's the last ride, you'd never know, the way he's working, it doesn't seem like a guy who is tired of the job. Though Mahomes did not outright state that Kelce would play past this season, this is a clear indication that the pair might be playing with one another beyond the 2025 season. Kansas City Chiefs Travis Kelce number 87 and Patrick Mahomes number 15 of the Kansas City Chiefs talked before the game against the Los Angeles Chargers at Geha Field at Arrowhead Stadium on October 22, 2023 in Kansas City, Missouri. Photo by David Hewlett / Getty Images. More news. Patrick Mahomes could make big change to Chiefs contract. Read more. Kansas City Chiefs Travis Kelce disrespected in 2025 tight end rankings. Chiefs Patrick Mahomes makes decision on playing in 2028 Olympics. Flag football. Travis Kelce slams Chiefs new nickname. Bills receive bombshell 2025 prediction from NFL analyst. Kelce indicated on his popular New Heights podcast back in March that he was not over losing in the Super Bowl, and he was also not prepared to give up playing football. The biggest thing is I love playing the game of football. I still feel like I can play it at a high level, and possibly at a higher level than I did last year, Kelce said on his podcast, New Heights, on Wednesday. I love so many people in Kansas City, both in the facility and the community. It's home for me now, and I don't want to leave that life yet. The Chiefs have appeared in 5 Super Bowls since Mahomes took over as starter. They have also won 3 of those 5 Super Bowls. Considering the Chiefs have mostly retained their team and extended head coach Andy Reid, it is believed that everyone is buying into the idea they can remain dominant like the New England Patriots were under Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Kelce and Mahomes have been a huge reason the Chiefs have been so successful, and they continue to be dominant at their respective positions. Though it was already revealed that Kelce is returning for 2025, it sounds like he is ready to suit up beyond that as well.